What's happening, guys? It's Sir William, and good morning from 𝗬𝙗 National Forest outside of Troy, North Carolina, which is about an hour or so east of Charlotte. This will work for a pretty good campsite, right? So here's the deal. We're actually on our way to Outer Banks. I had a buddy from Philly actually give me a call, tell me that he's coming to the Outer Banks this weekend, so I'm looking forward to meeting up with him and having a good time. Also, we've got a surprise up our sleeve. We got rid of Blanca, the Chevy Colorado. We replaced her with Austin, a 2016 TRD Pro Toyota Tundra. And we're also adding one more additional piece of the puzzle to the fleet today. So we're pretty excited. We can't wait to show you guys. But first things first is we're going to sit here, enjoy this view for just a second, pack up the tent, and get ready to go. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. So what y'all think about our new home? Christy, what do you think about our new home?
I thought that it was going to be too small, but now that we've been in it, and I don't know, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's going to be dope.
And to be honest with you, with the size of this one with the truck, I can't imagine that other one, the Flagstaff.
Yeah, so
only the Flagstaff would have fit here. And then you have to pay extra for the truck to park.
Oh, you're saying if we would have got the Flagstaff and if only the Flagstaff fit here, we would have had to pay an extra parking spot for the
That's
truck?
what it says on the website. Because you can't park in the grass.
What's happening, and good morning from the Outer Banks. And as you see behind us, this is our new home. A 2019 Grand Designs Imagine
2150 Barbie.
rear bath.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing. So we had narrowed it down to Forest River Grand Designs Outdoors RV. My number one choice was Outdoors RV, but they were incredibly too far away. And I tried calling them, and for some reason the phone was messed up. So I don't know. Also, we couldn't find any used ones. Hardly
Well,
anywhere.
found one, but it didn't have a slide out, and it was in Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah, so that would have been a haul too.
Yeah, so we ended up finding this one up at Sonny's RV in Concord, North Carolina. Great folks. I called them, basically, you know, asked them for the price, got the generator, got the hitch, and everything we needed in order to come. We went and picked it up yesterday and then drove from Concord, North Carolina to the Outer Banks. We had already planned on coming to the Outer Banks anyway. This just sort of popped up. As you guys know, if you follow any of the social media stuff, if you don't, then follow all the social media stuff on SirWilliamGoes. But as you guys know, we took the Colorado out this past weekend, or two weekends ago, a couple weekends
I think
ago.
it's 3 or 4 now.
I don't know. It's been a blur since
Yeah.
then. Anyway, we took it out. It had 49,000 miles on it, and it literally just like stopped working on the trail.
Yeah.
So it was
Mid-camp.
crazy. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, we got an oil pressure problem. We had the key got stuck in the ignition. The radio was resetting. all kinds of
rattling in the
rattling in the steering column, intermediate steering shaft. The AC was making all kind of noise, and then the transmission was shifting, like shuddering, and it had been doing the transmission deal and the AC stuff for a long time. We've been having multiple, you know, little problems out the truck here and there, so it was time to get rid of it. So as you guys know, now we've got Austin, which is the TRD Pro, and we'd already planned on eventually getting a travel trailer and going full-time within probably a year or so. And that was kind of the whole deal. We were going to hook up Blanca to a travel trailer and take her across country, and we were going to travel full-time. And basically we still have the same exact plan, but I'm glad we're doing it in a Tundra now, because this thing getting pulled behind Blanca
it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked.
And this, I think, fully loaded is 6,700 pounds.
Yeah, so, and this is a 2150, so it's like 22 foot. I know it's 27 foot from the hitch to bumper back here, so
yeah,
it would have been tough on Blanca. I don't think Blanca would have done good. The Tundra pulls it fantastic. However, we're getting 7.4 miles to the gallon, which is just...
It is brutal.
It's unbearable. You literally, and luckily we got the big tank. So the big tank allows us to go roughly 400 and some odd miles.
I think it's like 420, 430.
Something like that. If, you know, we're not towing. Now, whenever we fill up the tank now and tow, it's literally half.
It is
half. We get 200 some odd miles. So that kind of sucks. But it was either that or get a diesel, and the diesel was just too much high maintenance, too much upkeep, I think.
Financially feasible long term.
Yeah, I just don't think that the benefits outweigh it. If we were towing something extremely heavy, maybe, you know, I don't think the benefits are there. Ultimately, we're not going to be towing full time. We're just going to be going to places and staying for like 6 months at a time. And this is basically going to be our house. We're going to still use it as a base camp. We're still going to come off of that, still going to do the overlanding, still going to do the camping and everything like that. It's just now, whenever we go on trips, we're limited to roughly about a 3-mile radius if we want to make it a weekend thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To make it a cool weekend thing where you can relax and chill, it's a 3-4 hour radius. Whenever we're mobile, then we'll be able to go anywhere and still have that kind of 3-hour radius and just explore the area around it. So we're really stoked, we're really excited. The details are still being worked out, so bear with us. We've got a lot of stuff to do to this thing before we go full-time on the road. Yeah. First and foremost, these things are made to be hooked up at campgrounds where you pay the same as you would rent a house for. You know, you just plug it in and it's got all the amenities. Those campgrounds are cool, but we want to do it where we're not in those campgrounds.
Mostly boondocking.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to be on public lands and kind of private, and that's and experience the, you know, the beauty of not so many folks around, you know. I like neighbors and all, but I think the best neighbors are like a mile away.
A mile away?
A mile away. Yeah. So anyway, that's the plan. We've got a lot of stuff to work out. Got a lot of stuff to do to this, so stay tuned. Anyway, today what we're going to do, though, is we're going to go out on the beach. We're going to see how Austin does on the beach. We're going to drive around. We're going to explore Outer Banks. I want to go to Corolla. There's some wild horses up in Corolla. It's supposed to be pretty cool.
If you can find them.
If we can find them.
They're constantly moving.
There's lighthouses on the island all over the place. And so there's a house that she really likes to go see, Knights of Rodanthe.
Yeah, the Rodanthe house.
Rodanthe, yeah. So that's there. I think they've moved it a couple times.
They have moved it a few times. And I think when we were here last year it was for sale, so I don't know if anybody bought it.
Well, it looked like they turned it into something.
Well, before the person put it up for sale, you could stay in it.
Oh, okay.
You could stay in it, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, there's a lot to do out here on Outer Banks, so we're going to go find out. First and foremost, what we have to do, though, is we have to get a permit in order to drive on the beach.
Yep.
And I want to say the permit's like $50.
It's $50 for 10 days, or you can do, I think it's $120 for the whole month.
Do the $120 for the whole month if you want to, or looks like a lot of people come down here, get like a 10-day pass, they camp out here, and then they go fishing, and they just make it a big fishing event. So a lot of fishermen out there, but anyway, I'm looking forward to it, so stay tuned. Now, I know a lot of you guys are already concerned that one guy even asked, did you just pull a jump the shark? Where I guess in Happy Days, the guy jumped the shark or something, people stopped watching. Listen, here's the deal. We're still going to be overlanding. We're still going to be in tents. We're still going to be doing all that good stuff. We're still going to be doing the trail riding. We're just now going to be able to do it all around the United States rather than just being local to the Southeast region. We'll be able to explore much more all the time. I will say though, isn't this better than the tent?
Well, I don't know if I'd say better than the tent. 'Cause there's pros and cons with both of these.
But you were just looking in the mirror doing your hair inside the bathroom.
Yeah, but I still like the versatility of being able to go
Wherever.
Wherever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll just use this as a base camp and then go all over the place. You dig? Alright, so we got our passes here, $50. Now the thing is though, it doesn't actually include Corolla Island, which is where we want to go test Austin out and look at the horses. But it does include all of Hatteras, so, and Ocracoke. You can drive on the beach in Outer Banks, but the common saying is, don't be a clown and air down. Right now we're currently at 40 PSI, which is the towing pressure that we use. And I found that if you time this out to 1.5 minutes, you'll be down to 20, which is where we're gonna go. So realistically, 20 PSI should be good. They say to air down to 18, but here's the deal. If for any reason you get stuck or anything like that, just let some more air out of the tires. If you're still stuck, make sure that you have recovery equipment. So we brought the traction boards and a snatch rope. We should be good to go. Let's roll. Figured out these birds. They chase the tide. The only thing I can think is that they're trying to find the little stuff that's washing up along the tide as it comes in. But if you watch them, look, they don't get wet. They do not want to get wet. And they will stay away from that water, but then they chase it as it recedes back. See them? Anybody know what they're eating? I imagine it's stuff that washes up. Look, there goes a big one over there. Pretty crazy. If you know what they're doing, leave a comment down below. What are they eating on? Why is it so important to them to not get wet? That big one right there, I just noticed something. Whenever the water came up, he kind of walked through the water just a minute ago, and it took him a little bit to get his feet up out of where he was at in the water. So I'm thinking that if they get, you might be able to see it here, but I'm thinking if these little guys get up to where the water is, they'll get stuck in the water and can't get out, I bet. I bet their feet get stuck down and sucked down into the beach water. That's my theory. Alright, so right here is a bit of an obstacle. It's not really an obstacle, but here's the thing. The last thing that I really want is any of that salt water to get on Austin's frame. If the salt water gets on the frame or any of the components down there, you run a much higher risk of early corrosion. So anything we can do to minimize that, then we're going to do. The way that you want to approach this right here is you can see the tide's getting higher and they have the right side over here actually blocked off. See right there where it's blocked off? Evidently they've got like sea turtles or something going on right there. They don't want you up there. So the tide is actually covering up some of the road or splashing up onto the road. You want to time it to where you go across this little section whenever all the waves have somewhat receded. So there's a way to you can kind of judge after sitting here watching the patterns when it's going to be down for just a little bit, and that's when you're going to want to go. That way you can avoid all the splash up, because as you can see, it's washing up there pretty high. So they closed it for birds. So what do you guys think about the new digs, huh? That's her all set up. It's a 2150 RV Imagine by Grand Designs. And we've got a ton to learn, for sure. We're not used to this at all. So the very first thing that I have to learn is batteries. Batteries is a huge deal in these. So this thing has a Group 24 battery on it, and I don't know what we've done to run it down. The only thing that's been running is just the little itty bitty fans that kind of bring air in throughout the deal. So I'm not real sure how we ran it out of battery, but it is what it is. We've got a generator. We hooked it up last night. We ran it out of gas. So we're out of gas, out of batteries. We've just got a box with a whole bunch of cool plush furniture in it that's about to get really hot if we don't get some fans and stuff on. So I feel like the birds though around here, you hear them? I feel like they're just flying and laughing at us, at the fact that we're paying $20 a night to be here. And the fact that they get to fly. Luckily, we were camping when we went to go pick up Imogene. I think I'm gonna name her Imogene. Yeah, because it's an Imagine, so Imogene. Anyway, we were camping on the way to go get her. And so that being said, I have my camp box already. So that's a good thing because, well, Imogene has lost all power. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and pack up and get ready to head on back. It's about a 6.5 hour drive back home. Now, would you look at Christy driving?
Yeah, man.
And pulling with her big girl lady brain.
With my lady brain.
We were talking about on the like social media forums and like some of the groups and stuff like that. Like the amount of people that fret over, I guess, their wife driving their truck, which this is Christy's truck first and foremost. So yeah, she's driving it, and we're towing our house, Imogene, on the back.
Isn't my first truck or my first towing of anything.
But still, it's okay. No need to fret. We got it. Now, I love overlanding, and I love camping, but babe, heated massage chairs.
That's like glamping.
What? While watching television with surround sound and auxiliary lighting? Man, get out of town.
Yeah. And then you can turn it on to heat it up if you want to.
Elrod and Christy are checking out the heated massage recliner inside of Imogene.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That's it.
There you go. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stephanie gets to look at Imogene now.
Definitely need a new mattress.
You definitely gotta have a new mattress.
I need to see if I can fit in the shower.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Not bad either. The shower's actually got good pressure.
The shower head is actually a little bit higher than most hotels that I have to like lean my head under.
Ah. Well, you know, here, let me do the little fisheye here. So Stephanie is vertically enhanced.
Amazon woman. This is spacious. Yeah, it's not bad.
I got all three of the girlfriends in here, and we still got room. So
More girlfriend.
yeah.
We could have one right here. One right there.
And they're telling me now that we can add one more girlfriend. Hell yeah! We've had a fantastic time here at Outer Banks, and yeah, we're looking forward to moving into this thing full time. So hopefully you guys stay tuned. If you guys want to see kind of the journey that we take and all that to prepare this for living full time on the road, then hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate you guys watching. I hope that you guys had as much fun watching as we had making it. And until next time, peace.